Hey, Soul Fam. So I wasn't going to come on here today. I was actually going to take a big social media break, and maybe I will, but something I wanted to share is when we go through times of change or we feel these energy fluctuations, whatever, they can bring up a lot of uncertainty in us. And what I've noticed is that every time there's this hint of change, my body goes into panic mode. And today I've had to sit, rather than ignoring it or trying to sleep it off or distract myself. Spirit was just like, this is why I'm teaching you to tune in with your inner child, because what is happening right now, what is happening in her body, and how can you help her? And I'm a yoga teacher, I have all these tools supposedly, but you forget them when it's you that has to be doing the things, all the things. So I sat with myself this morning and I just rocked and I tapped and I cried and I released. And I asked myself, just what does the little girl within me need? And instantly, before I could even finish my sentence, she said safety. Safety. And so I held myself and I said, you're safe, you're okay. And what makes me feel safe is like somebody giving me a hug, telling me it's okay. So I was doing that for myself and stroking my hair, like all the things that you would want somebody to do for you as a child to make you feel safe and seen. Dropping things everywhere. Yeah, and so what I've realized is sometimes they say spirit works in mysterious ways, right? And sometimes you can think something's happening when it's not actually happening, but you've been brought to that place to evoke these energies within yourself so that you can look at them and work out what's still not working for you, what's inhibiting you. And I feel like most of my life I've probably been in this fight or flight, and so when there's this panic or lack of security around me or fear of everything's about to be changed, we're about to pull the rug from underneath your feet, I can't really cope with those kind of situations. But that is life. We change is inevitable, so it's like dealing with how you can work through that. And it was quite a strange sensation as I was asking my little me, what do you need? Because then the adult part of me almost had to stand up and be that for my little me, as if I was hugging one of my own children. And something as a mother that rises up within you when your children are upset is this instinct to cradle them and to protect them and to listen to them. And I think everything that's been happening recently is making me realise, with my mother visiting me in dreams and various things, that there must have been aspects, or I know there was aspects, where I didn't feel protected and I didn't feel listened to and I didn't feel seen. And so now it's having to do those things for yourself, and it can feel like you've gone backwards, but actually it's just going deeper. And so I would encourage you, if you feel anxious or emotions bubble up and they seem like they've come for no reason, there's no tangible evidence, and you're feeling emotions as if something awful's happening, like this dread, then it's an opportunity to look a little bit deeper within, and perhaps it's your inner child kind of saying, I feel threatened and I don't feel safe and I'm scared and I'm a bit lost right now. But I think everything that we face is an opportunity to look at ourselves in the mirror more deeply, and these are probably why these experiences are appearing, is because ultimately Spirit Source wants you to come back to your center and to know that you're okay. And so 2 things that you can maybe take away from this is, when you have an emotional reaction that bubbles up, whether it be fear, whether it be anxiety, whether it be panic, whether it be sorrow, whether it feel like grief, don't just try and bypass it. Sit with it and ask your inner child, what is happening right now? What are you trying to tell me, and how can I respond? As if you're a separate body. How can I facilitate you and support you in this moment? Because yes, it's great to have other people around you, but we don't always have that. And so if we can learn to do it for ourselves, then anything extra is a bonus, okay? But it can't be our only source of strength. We have to learn to do it for ourselves as well. So yeah, maybe sit with yourself for a minute today. And also notice the thoughts that come up in those moments. Like I said yesterday and today, I was just like, I want to get off social media. What am I even doing? Like, who do I help? All these thoughts. Like, when you're in a state of needing that support for yourself, sometimes, and this is what I've got on here, sometimes it helps to share it. This is what I found. By sharing it, you're making somebody else who might be feeling the same as you feel seen and heard. And that's not always the way that we have to respond, but today it was like Spirit saying, no, don't you dare shy away and shrink away, and listen to those thoughts that tell you that you've got it all wrong. Like you have no place here. You do. And if you feel like that, then may my words be an encouragement today, that even people who are out here seemingly leading or building communities of people, that to me comes through being vulnerable, and it comes through expressing your truth, no matter how painful that truth might be on some days. That is part of being human. We're not these super spiritual beings that bypass emotions and pain and suffering. It's part of being human. And rather than hiding, let's hold hands, and let's help one another, and let's support each other, and let's encourage one another. And and be that person also for yourself. I love you today. Namaste.